Let me take you back to something. There was this economist by the name of Nikolai Kondratev. He's an old economist. He was from Russia around 90 years back, 1930, 40, somewhere around that. He came up with a philosophy that the world changes in waves. Waves which are based on invention. The word innovation was not there. So he said that the first wave, long waves, overlapping waves. The first wave was 1800 to 1840, 1860, and the invention was steam engine and textile, and Great Britain was the world power. The second wave after that was, again, 1890 to up to 1890, and the innovation was steel and railways. The Great Britain still remained big power. So third wave comes, which is the wave around 1920, 40, and in this, chemical industry and electric industry, they came up. And Germany and America started rising. Now, fourth wave came. The fourth wave was automation and petrochemicals. US became all supreme in this wave. And now, this wave was the pinnacle of industrial revolution. Everything, automation was taking place. It was a pinnacle of industrial revolution, and this is the time this world order rose, which I said is under stress right now, the global world order. And it is said when the oil crisis came, it was the fifth wave, which was industrial society started changing into information-based society. This wave started from 1980 onwards. And information technology communication started at this time. Power got dispersed all over the world. This is the time when we started getting books like The World is Flat. You could just from anywhere digitally work. Now, what happened in this wave was information superimposed on technology. That was basically information technology. And then this brought disruptive technologies into the world. So, what did it do from security point of view? It changed the game tremendously. It changed the game and changed the level of terrorism and changed the level of the game altogether. In 2010, there was an attack on a nuclear facility in Natanz in Iran, where the centrifuges, the movement of centrifuges, was manipulated. It's said by the Russians, by the Americans, sorry. And 80% of their facility was gone. This was like a missile attack on a nuclear facility, which was successful. If you take, Cambridge Analytica, which was there in the American elections, the Russian-backed company based in UK, it succeeded in taking away the faith of the populace from the democratic process in America. Then there was the NotPetya attack in Ukraine at that time, Kyiv and such places, where ministries, electricity, everything was hit. So, why was information technology so important? It's important from security point of view. It changed the game altogether. But there came the internet, which is there, and what is fueling it? At a social level, internet is being fueled by Google, which has got unrivaled algorithms. Of course, now you all must be using ChatGPT. Though ChatGPT, I have used 0.3.5, I have not used ChatGPT 4. It's a good tool, and one would be foolish not to use that tool. But don't depend on it. Don't depend on it. I mean, I feel in all academic things, use that tool. You see, what happens is, technology is there. Guardrails are being made for this technology all over the world. The guardrails will come in India. But the world is flat, already flat. It was flat when information technology came. Now, in this flat world, if you deny yourself this, explore it, yaar. Explore it deeply. I have kids who use ChatGPT 4 and they use DALL-E for making their, beautiful PPTs and such things. Sometimes I also try my hand at that. And I find they're very good tools. But yes, keep them as tools. If I had to give this lecture through ChatGPT, anyone could have given it, right? You could have given a question, give me 5 problems, national security problems in India, cut, 5. 5 problems on Kashmir issue, 5 issues, they'll give 5. 5 on Naxal, they'll give Northeast, they'll give 5. Then you talk, just ask the question, give a solution, and it'll stop there. They can't give a solution, because solutions are part of the human dialogue. There's an ethnic strike, Kukis and Mithais, right now. Only solution ChatGPT can give is have a dialogue between the two. That's all. Can't go beyond that. So what I'm saying is it has its limitations, but you should use it. Absolutely. If you want in academy, I'm very sure after that you will. Why stop you? Anyway, then there's the Wikipedia, which is like voluntary participation. Thousands offer knowledge for free. We talk of privacy, we are offering knowledge for free on Wikipedia. Then we have the Facebook. Facebook, if you from security point of view analyze social media profile of a person, Facebook is a desire for relationships and recognition. It's a desire for relationships. Like Instagram is, everybody having a good time. It's like that. You just put photographs, beautiful photographs, and then you put something. Everyone is having a whale of a time. With one coffee, one gives a photograph. I mean, a fellow is giving a photograph with $200 coffee, he must be a poor guy. So, you have to analyze these things. When you will be going down into the field, you will have to analyze these things. Look at it from various point of views. Keep an open mind. You are the brightest minds which come. Don't let it get, blunted by the rough and burly of police. Keep it alive. Keep it alive. How? I can't say. Anyway, Twitter is 2 minutes under the sun. I mean, if I want to fight with you, and I want to make you two fight, I say, okay, तुम खड़े हो जाओ, इसको कोई बात बोलो, लेकिन तुम्हारे को 3 शब्द से 200 कैरेक्टर से ज़्यादा में नहीं बोलना. It'll be miscommunication. He'll reply back, another miscommunication, then another miscommunication. And it's cantankerous. It's loud. It's jarring. It brings the beast out of you. That's what Twitter is. And then there's TikTok. I have a firm belief, when I was a college boy, only time I felt I was a fan was a period of time, Rajesh Khanna fan. So I once went to my hairdresser, told him, yaar, Rajesh Khanna jaise baal kaat do. And that old fellow told this to my father also, and my father was a professor. I got a good lambing from him. But what I want to say here about TikTok is that in each one of us, there is Bollywood. हम सब हीरो हीरोइन बनना चाहते हैं, है ना? सो एक वीडियो बनाया अपना स्टाइल से और डाल दिया टिकटॉक में, है ना? We all want that. And this Chinese made this study. The psyche of Indians, they enamor with Bollywood, and then they devised the TikTok. So these are not innocuous things. And on social media platform, a lot happens, Terror and separatist agenda is played out. Above all, everybody puts his private information in public domain. The digital generation does not know the division between online and offline. That's what AI is doing, I mean, if you think about AI, I was listening to a podcast of Lex Friedman. How many of you hear Lex Friedman's podcast? You do. And I love Lex Friedman's podcast and Andrew Huberman's podcast. He brings science at no cost to people. And Lex Friedman's podcast is amazing. So there was one guy, Michael Kako, on that. And in that podcast, he talks about AIs and aliens and how people can go. And he gives a very simple thing. He says, here, there's an avatar of yours. And there is like, you can create a digital version of yours. And then suppose we have something on the Mars and this avatar is downloaded on Mars. So you have a presence here and you have a presence there. And the digital, online and offline is merging. We are not able to divide between the two. So it's a very interesting world where you're going. And actually the AI is trying to replicate the neurons, the flare of the neurons in the mind, how they work and where consciousness would come. So I was reading somewhere about ChatGPT. They said, give me a sad story, a short stat story in 3-4 lines about artificial intelligence. Has anybody read this? Huh? So it said that there is a guy who has been made, it's a robot, and he's got consciousness. So this robot says that I have destroyed the whole humanity. But after destroying them, I realize at any moment, I will be destroyed. I am programmed for self-destruction. I don't know when. It can be any moment. And it stops there. So the thing is, the dangerousness of AI, the potential to destroy the humanity is there. So keep having interface with AI. It will have a lot of repercussions in cyber world, cyber security, and also in understanding various narratives all around the world. So I got transgressed everywhere. Now we talked about social media and internet, but when I have talked only about 4% of it. The rest of it is dark, darknet. 96% dark. What all I've spoken is just about the 4% of social media, internet, and technologies. 96%, that's where drugs are sold and bought. That's where, arms are sold and bought. That's where you will be crawling if you will be going into areas of specialization on this side. But in 2010, another wave has started. I was talking about information technology wave superimposed upon the industrial wave. The new wave is the health wave, the psychosomatic diseases wave, the feel-good wave. And if you look at this wave, you will have psychosomatic diseases, you will have health problems, you will have a lot of health and pharma industry, you will have a lot of things to improve, get young and look beautiful and all that. But if you look at it from security point of view, it means CBRN. Chemical, radiological, biological, and nuclear. And COVID. The jury is still out, whether it was a biological weapon or it was an accident. But we all have suffered. The planet has suffered. The world has had a reset because of the COVID. And what it tells us as policemen is that we will be working in future in an environment which is vitiated, either radiologically, biologically, nuclear. We'll be working. We'll be working. We have to be prepared for that. So the CBRN is another area where we'll be working in future. It's set to a reset in the world. A lot of work from home has begun. A lot of moonlighting is also taking place. But then, as things will go, we'll be able to come up with technologies and things to overcome this sort of. It's had a sociological impact also. It's had a impact on the individual's mental health also. And you would see it when you go into the field. People have suddenly lost their loved ones and the whole psyches have changed. It has an impact, overall impact on the social level in the society.